Wow, we have a really interesting video today. Okay, some leaks came in the Discord and they're big enough that I have to talk about them, okay? They reveal a few key details, or it's still speculative, we don't have all the answers, but as far as I'm concerned, they reveal a few key details. Let's get straight into it. Here's the first one. All right, you guys can hear that. I can't because I don't have my headphones on, but you guys can hear that. Crazy, hey? That one's pretty simple. The next one's really a bit more important. But yeah, so they're both trapped. Okay, when this happens, basically you finish the battle, and now I guess if you fought a Malura and an Axodon, or maybe it's chance based, if you fought 4 or 5 things, you have a chance of which ones it's going to be. They get trapped, and now you have the chance to capture them, which is really exciting. Okay, we'll watch the second one and then we'll talk about it a bit more. This one, you see Mozart is standing next to the Malura in the same scene, and he's pretty much activating a shard. Now, what it seems like what you're doing is he's waiting for you to select which shard you're activating. And let's have a look at them quickly. You have Nature Volance, Fire Volance. I don't know what the word Volance is for. Oh. Hold up. So it looks like you're choosing which alluvial you want to capture, and they're probably all placeholders. So in this case, really it should be a Malura and an Axodon. Should be at the bottom there with their mastery points. And here's the kicker. Here's the important part. You see how your mastery points are still represented here. And the mastery points are represented on these cards. Now, and it looks like there's a little icon for a shard on there. So I think these are the shards. What I'm guessing here, firstly, is that you'll only have a couple of alluvials from your battle, or maybe most of them, or even all of them will be available. However, the mastery points you had left over are potentially what's going to go into allowing you to capture the alluvial. For example, if you had 100 mastery points, you saw your opponent's board, it was 3 atlases or whatever, you're like, crap, I think I can beat this with just Arlen and maybe like a Scoriox or something. So that will leave me 20 mastery points left over. Now, 20 mastery points might only be enough to capture one of your opponent's alluvials, or even none of them, okay? You might just want to go through and level up, in which case you use a lot of alluvials, but if you want to go through and capture a lot of things, you might want to be really strategic with which alluvials you use, especially in terms of synergies and positioning, and how many of them you use, because that could all go into depicting how much ability you have to capture as much as possible. For example, if you didn't have enough, maybe you can't capture Malura. But Axodon is a much lower mastery cost, so it's going to be much easier for you to be able to capture it while still beating the thing. If you lose, you can't capture anything. I'm 90% sure if you lose, you can't capture anything. The other side of this is the order of which you defeat enemies could be valuable here. For example, if there's 5 enemies, but you know only 2 can ever be captured in this battle, you have to leave both those 2 to the end, which is really hard to control in an auto battler. So what I'm saying is there's going to be a lot of strategy and a lot of different things that you have to consider when going into a battle to capture alluvials. As far as I'm concerned, the more difficult they are to capture, firstly, the harder it is to bot the system and kind of break it and just capture infinite amount of alluvials. And secondly, it means the higher tier alluvials are going to be harder to capture, and therefore you're going to need to be really good at the auto battler game to be able to capture those harder things, okay? Or you can capture a billion Ramphys and combine them all. So there's definitely strategies for lots of different players, but effectively the better you are at playing the game and understanding the game, obviously subscribe down below and I'll help you out with that information when it comes time. The better you are at the game, the more success you're going to have with getting the best bang for your buck, essentially. Skill is really important here, and that's something that we haven't seen in crypto gaming so much. All right, Axie Infinities get the best 3 Axies and win. Dead Runners get the best horse and win. The skill involved with this and being able to get as much value in terms of NFTs out of the system as possible based on your skill set, as long as that's a really big part of this game, I think it's going to have a lot of legs to run. I'm really impressed with this. I can't wait to see more. I hope Grant leaks even more. These are found in the leaks discussion in the Discord, by the way, so definitely go check out the Discord. Don't miss those leaks. Set the notifications to on for them. Set the notifications on for this channel too, so that you don't miss a thing. Have a good day, guys. This was awesome.